Welcome to All Saints Catholic School e-learning. The big idea we will be exploring today is production possibility frontiers. For this session, you will need to have watched the big idea video on this topic first. Before beginning this session, try to find a quiet place where you can focus and aim to have a pen and paper to hand so that you can note down your ideas. By the end of this video, you will have recalled what a production possibility frontier is and why it's curved, considered how it relates to business and the economy, and demonstrated knowledge and understanding of a production possibility frontier. Before we begin, let's recall our big idea, production possibility frontiers. I'd like you to answer the following questions. What is a production possibility frontier? Why is it curved? What other names does the PPF go by? Please pause the video and spend a couple of minutes answering those questions. Okay, let's go through the answers. A production possibility frontier is an illustration that shows the maximum potential output of goods and services an economy can achieve when all of its resources are fully and efficiently employed. It's curved because of the law of increasing costs, which says that as more of one product is produced, the amount of the second is given up. The production possibility frontier is also known as the production possibility curve or boundary and transformation curve, but was originally called the production substitution curve. How does our big idea link to your learning? Production possibility frontiers come under the nature of economics in Theme 1, so you will need to know this for your exam. It relates to the economic problem of scarcity and how best to allocate resources. In economic terms, scarcity is when there are finite resources compared to infinite human wants. Simply put, it means that there is a high demand for things that are in short supply. It can be used to illustrate scarcity, opportunity cost, and efficiency. The PPF shows the maximum potential level of output for two goods or services that an economy can achieve when all of its resources are fully and efficiently allocated. It can be used in micro and macroeconomics. In microeconomics, two different goods are compared. In macroeconomics, goods and services are compared. Now let's work it out. In order to understand the PPF, we must first understand opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is defined as the value of the next best alternative foregone. So, if we look at the graph on the left, we can see that we have a choice between hours of leisure and hours of study. If you study an extra 2 hours, then the opportunity cost is the 2 hours of leisure time you now cannot have. If we now look at the PPF on the right, we can see that there are certain points plotted on it. Those points highlight the efficiency of production. Points A and B on the curve show productive efficiency because all allocated resources are being used. Point D shows inefficiency because there are resources that are not being used fully. Point C is currently unobtainable because there are not enough resources. Point C can be attained if there is economic growth. You can show this on the graph by drawing a new curve to meet point C. This would be an outward shift. Opportunity cost is what we have given up when we go from one point to another on the curve. To go from point A to point B to gain 6 more services, we would forego 4 goods. Let's try this together before you have a go at a few questions on your own. This PPF shows the production of laptops and tablets. Can you remember what points A, B and C represent? Point A shows productive efficiency as all resources are being used. Point B shows inefficiency as there are unused resources. Point C shows that there are not enough resources to meet this, therefore it's unobtainable. Let's take a look at the next slide to work out opportunity cost. If we look at the graph at the top, we can see that in order to get from point A to B, we will have to shift production from 60 units to 50 units of good Y, to increase production of good X from 10 units to 60 units. This is an opportunity cost of 10 units for good Y. Pause the video for a moment to work out the next two on your own. The opportunity cost for the PPF on the left is 30 and 25 for the one on the right. Now it's over to you. I'd like you to spend some time working your way through these exam questions. Pause the video for a few moments and try answering the questions without looking through your notes. Let's consolidate your learning by looking at the mark scheme and going over the answers. For the first question, you needed to define what a PPF is for up to 2 knowledge marks. An example answer is a curve showing the maximum potential output assuming all available resources are used fully. The second question asked you to work out the opportunity cost of movement from point X to point Y. The correct answer is C. 80 minus 50 will give you a loss of 30 units of capital goods to gain just 10 units of consumer goods. For the third question, you needed to draw a new curve illustrating economic growth. You needed to draw your new line above the line that is already there. Economic growth is always an outward shift. Great work! You have successfully recalled what a production possibility frontier is and why it's curved, considered how it relates to businesses and the economy, demonstrated knowledge and understanding of a production possibility frontier.